Picture a Japanese farmer in 1697. No fertilizer bag, no pesticide spray, no garden center loyalty card. Just a sealed clay pot of fermenting rice bran. Crushed charcoal, ducklings waddling through flooded paddies, eating every weed, and a tiny fern fixing nitrogen from the air, freely, endlessly, without a dollar spent. That farmer fed his family and neighbors year after year, and the soil got richer every single season. You have been sold complexity your entire gardening life. What if everything you actually need was figured out 3 centuries ago by people without electricity? And modern science is now confirming, one study at a time, that those farmers were completely right. These are not folk remedies dressed in nostalgia. These are techniques refined across generations of farmers who could not afford to fail, because failure meant hunger. They composted with microbes scientists have since identified by species name. They used charcoal that Cornell University researchers now call one of the most powerful yield-boosting soil amendments in history. While the fertilizer industry convinced you growing food is complicated, these families did something so effective that the United Nations declared several of their practices global models for sustainable food production. Today, I am showing you 25 forgotten Japanese gardening secrets that will change how you think about soil, plants, and what growing something forever truly means. Stick around because number 14 involves a flower. Japan once used to dominate the entire global insect control market, and you can grow it in a pot on your balcony. And number 25 will not just change how you garden, it will change how you see the entire relationship between you and the earth beneath your feet. Subscribe for weekly content that saves you money, deepens your self-sufficiency, and puts your food supply back in your own hands. Let us get into it. Number 1, rice water, the drain poured. Wealth. Every time you rinse rice, you pour nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and vitamins B1 and B2 straight down the drain. Japanese farmhouse women called this water togejiru and gave every drop to the garden. A 2023 review confirmed fermented rice water contains 56% more bioavailable nutrients. Ferment 3 to 5 days at room temperature. Dilute 1 to 10. Apply every 2 to 4 weeks. Think of togejiru as the quiet gift your kitchen has been offering for years, waiting for you to simply stop wasting it. Number 2, bokashi, fermentation as fertilizer. Japanese farmers sealed rice, bran, and organic waste in clay pots to ferment for generations before Dr. Taro Higa formalized it at the University of the Ryukyus in the 1980s. Unlike aerobic composting, fermentation locks nitrogen in rather than releasing it as ammonia. Peer-reviewed research shows this improved growth, yield, and soil health in 70% of published studies. Mix rice bran, carbonized husks, and kitchen scraps with EM solution in a sealed bucket. Ferment 2 to 4 weeks. Bury it. Wait 2 more. Think of bokashi as the microbiome upgrade your soil has been waiting for. Number 3, biochar, the amendment that outlasts empires. Miyazaki Yasuzada described mixing charred rice husks, kuntan, into soil in 1697, 3 centuries before scientists understood why. Cornell University research shows biochar increases soil carbon sequestration by 61% and persists for hundreds to thousands of years. Its surface area reaches 300 square meters per gram, housing beneficial microbes while retaining nutrients against leaching. A global meta-analysis found a mean yield increase of 16%. Mix crushed charcoal at 5 to 10% of soil volume. Think of biochar as a patient library, adding more every season, losing nothing it already holds. Number 4, wood ash, the ancestral pH fixer. Every Japanese farmhouse hearth produced the most accessible soil amendment in history, and every ash pile went directly onto the garden. Wood ash delivers 3 to 7% potassium oxide, calcium carbonate, magnesium, phosphorus, and trace minerals. Its pH of 10 to 12 corrects acidic soil, deters slugs, and restores the silica that flooded paddies lose to drainage. Scatter a handful per square meter around brassicas, root vegetables, and berries. This practice vanished, not because it failed, but because companies needed a product to sell. Think of wood ash as the complete recycling loop a fire always offered. Number 5. Ringe, the pink flower that feeds the next crop. For 2,000 years, Japanese rice farmers sowed Astragalus sinicus, renge, into paddies every autumn. Root nodules harbor nitrogen-fixing bacteria called Mesorhizobium huakui that pull nitrogen from the atmosphere and deposit it as ammonia in the soil. A 2022 MDPI study found renge delivered nitrogen comparable to full synthetic NPK fertilization while increasing available phosphorus by up to 73%. Sow it in any resting bed over winter. Turn under before spring planting. Think of renge as the flower that feeds the next crop before you have even decided what to grow. Number 6. Azolla, the floating nitrogen factory. This thumbnail-sized water fern hosts a cyanobacterium called Anabona azolae that fixes 40 to 60 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare from the atmosphere, freely, while azolla doubles in mass every 48 hours. Asian rice farmers have exploited this for over 1,000 years. UC Davis researchers found in-season azolla cultivation produced a 216% yield increase over unfertilized controls. Stock a flooded bed at 50 grams dry weight per square meter, let it carpet the surface, then incorporate before planting. Think of azolla as the farm worker who asks for nothing in return. Number 7. Seaweed fertilizer, the ocean's oldest gift. Coastal Japanese farming villages dried storm-washed kombu, wakame, and sargassum, and dug it into paddies for centuries, delivering nitrogen, potassium, and plant hormones, cytokinins, and auxins that regulate root development and stress resistance. Seaweed polysaccharides bind soil particles into stable aggregates, improving drainage and water retention simultaneously. Apply dried kelp meal at 200 grams per square meter. Coastal farmers gave it away because the ocean delivered it free. Think of kelp as the ocean reminding your soil where all nutrients came from. Number 8. Terraced water management, art that is engineering. Japan's Tanada, terraced rice paddies, are precision water systems disguised as artwork, with gravity-fed channels at Shiroyone Senmaida in Ishikawa operating since 1632. 10 centimeters of standing water simultaneously suppresses weeds, buffers temperature, cycles nutrients, and creates beneficial habitat. The principal scales to any garden: a simple swale, a bermed raised bed, a rain garden. Anything that slows water rather than losing it achieves the same result. The FAO awarded several Japanese water systems globally important agricultural heritage status. Think of every raindrop as a resource, waiting for a reason to stay. Number 9. Igamo duck farming, nature's own pest department. In 1989, Japanese farmer Takao Furuno released Igamo ducklings into flooded rice paddies 2 weeks after transplanting. They ate every weed, ate every insect, aerated the water, and fertilized the crop with their droppings, with zero herbicide required. A meta-analysis found the Igamo system produces 22% less methane and over 100% more profit than conventional monoculture. 75,000 farmers across 12 countries now use it. Release 15 to 30 ducklings per 1,000 square meters. Remove at 8 weeks. Think of ducks in a paddy as nature's reminder that complexity is usually just a business model. Number 10. Rice fish co-culture, the carp that cut pesticide use by 68%. In the 1840s in Japan's Saku Basin, farmers stocked carp in rice paddies. By 1945, 60,000 hectares produced rice and fish simultaneously using 68% less pesticide and 24% less fertilizer than monoculture farming. Post-war synthetic agriculture dismantled it within a generation. The FAO now lists rice fish co-culture among its first globally important agricultural heritage systems. If you have a backyard pond near a vegetable bed, you already have the infrastructure. Think of rice and fish as the original closed-loop system that aquaponics has been expensively reinventing ever since. Number 11. Shiso companion planting, the bodyguard you can also eat. Perilla frutescens, shiso, arrived in Japan in the 8th century and became one of the farmhouse garden's quietest allies. Over 400 bioactive compounds fill its leaves. Dominant pest-repelling volatiles, linalool and beta-caryophyllene mask, host plant odors and repel insects directly. A 2024 study confirmed shiso emissions repelled whitefly from tomato plants at a 34% rate, planted around tomatoes, eggplant, and cucumbers. Harvest leaves throughout the season. Think of shiso as the companion that keeps pests away and makes every meal you cook better. Number 12. Mugwort, the queen at the field's edge. Artemisia princeps, yamogi, grows freely along Japanese roadsides and contains 192 identified volatile compounds. A 2022 scientific report study found essential oils from closely related Artemisia. ARGI showed mosquito larvicidal effectiveness comparable to DEET at just 40 micrograms per milliliter. Traditional farmers burned dried mugwort to smoke out insects, hung it at doorways, and made water extracts to suppress weeds through allelopathic chemistry, all without buying a product. Think of mugwort as the plant growing beside your fence right now, quietly offering everything you have been buying in a spray bottle. Number 13. Niwaki pruning, let the bird fly through. Japanese gardeners say a bird should fly through a pruned tree without its feathers touching a leaf. A philosophy called tsukaji, or transparent pruning, that removes branches at diverging points to open the canopy to light and air rather than imposing a geometric form. Research confirms this maintains photosynthetic efficiency while reducing pest pressure by improving airflow. Sharp bypass pruners, a handsaw, and patience are the complete toolkit. Think of Niwaki as the art of subtraction, every cut revealing something that was always already there, quietly waiting to be seen. Now, if you are finding this valuable, hit that like button right now. It helps this video reach people who are tired of overcomplicating what is at its heart. A simple act. Not subscribed yet? Click the button and ring the bell. We are building a community that values real knowledge over marketing, and I would love to have you in it. Number 14. Pyrethrum. The flower that conquered global pest control Japan became the world's dominant pyrethrum producer after Tanacetum cinerariifolium was introduced in 1885, reaching 13,000 tons annually by 1935. The active pyrethrins destroy insect nervous systems but break down on plant surfaces within 12 hours. Pyrethrins now represent 80% of the global botanical insecticide market, and you can grow pyrethrum in any sunny spot in zones 4 through 9. Dry the flowers and grind them. Think of pyrethrum as the flower that changed the world twice, once when Japan grew it, and once when everyone else forgot they could. Number 15. Wood vinegar. 200 compounds from one ancient fire. Mokusaku, wood vinegar, condenses from smoke during charcoal production, containing over 200 compounds including acetic acid and phenols, aged 6 months, sealed by traditional Japanese makers. Diluted 1 to 20, it repels insects. At 1 to 200, it fertilizes as a foliar spray. At 1 to 50, it accelerates compost. Philippine trials showed it doubled carrot yields. Biochar and mokusaku are co-products of the same fire. Traditional farms wasted neither. Think of wood vinegar as the smoke that became medicine, every charcoal fire quietly producing soil enrichment and plant protection at once. Number 16. Satoyama, the 40% of Japan that communities built. Satoyama, village mountain, is the managed mosaic of secondary forests, paddies, and grasslands that covered 40% of Japan during the Edo period, collectively governed. Oaks coppiced every 15 to 20 years for charcoal, leaves gathered for compost, ponds managed for irrigation. 40% of Japan's biodiversity hotspots exist within Satoyama landscapes. When industrialization abandoned them, a 2013 study documented the steepest biodiversity losses in modern Japanese history. The UN Satoyama Initiative now has over 500 partner organizations restoring them. Think of Satoyama as the original permaculture design, maintained for centuries before anyone invented the word. Number 17. Rice straw mulch, the harvest's final gift. The Japanese concept of modanai, profound regret over waste, ensured rice straw was always returned to the soil as mulch rather than burned. Rich in silica, straw moderates soil temperature, retains moisture, suppresses weeds, and feeds soil organisms as it decomposes. Fukuoka's natural farming system was built on this single discipline. Return every straw, every season, without exception. Post-war policy replaced it with herbicides almost overnight. Think of rice straw mulch as the crop's final offering to the soil that produced it, one complete. Closing of the circle. Number 18. Heirloom seeds, letters from farmers who came before. Japan's Edo period isolation created one of history's most extraordinary seed exchange networks, producing over 200 distinct daikon varieties, and the Manpukuji carrot, developed 400 years ago, growing to 1.5 meters in length. A 30-volume encyclopedia from 1793 to 1804 documented over 109 crop species, less than half of which remain in production today, after post-war F1 hybrids severed the farmer-seed relationship. Noguchi Aizao of Noguchi Seeds in Saitama maintains the largest surviving heirloom collection. Think of every heirloom seed as a letter from a farmer who died centuries ago, asking only to be planted. Number 19. The Shishiodoshi, pest deterrents that became Zen. In 16th century Japan, farmers built a bamboo tube on a pivot that filled with water, tipped and struck a stone at irregular interval because irregular acoustic patterns prevent the animal habituation that makes fixed deterrents useless within days. As modern wildlife research confirms, the Shishiodoshi requires no electricity, no battery, no permit, and minimal maintenance. The agricultural industry replaced it with poisons because poisons can be sold. Think of the Shishiodoshi as proof that the most effective solution is often also the most beautiful, and that water protecting a garden can calm a mind at the same time. Number 20. Moss, the problem that was always a solution. Saihoji moss temple in Kyoto features over 120 moss species, none of which were in the original 1339 design. The moss colonized naturally during a period of financial hardship, and it was so magnificent that gardeners stopped removing it, embodying wabi-sabi in living form. Moss retains soil moisture, prevents erosion, suppresses competing weeds, and supports soil organisms without any intervention. A moss ground. Cover requires zero mowing, zero fertilizing, zero irrigation once established. Think of moss as the garden covering that arrived uninvited and turned out to be the most thoughtful guest your soil has ever had. Number 21. Lunar planting, the calendar, written in light. Japan used a lunisolar calendar from 604 CE until 1873. The characters for moon and month in Japanese are identical. And farmers timed planting and harvest to lunar phases based on centuries of observation. ETH Zurich researcher Ernst Zürcher found seeds sown 2 days before the full moon showed measurably faster germination and improved root development. The mechanism is not fully understood, but the pattern persisted across 13 centuries of practice. Think of lunar planting as science still catching up with what farmers lived by for 1,000 years before it needed any explanation. Number 22. Phytoncides, the therapeutic garden. Japan's forest agency coined Shinrin-yoku. Forest bathing in 1982, and Dr. Ching Li of Nippon Medical School published the clinical proof in 2007. A 3-day forest visit produced a 50% increase in natural killer cell activity, with effects lasting over 30 days. The mechanism is phytoncides, volatile compounds including alpha-pinene and D-limonene emitted by Japanese cedar and hinoki cypress, confirmed by a 2024 meta-analysis to produce significant immune effects. Planting these species transforms your garden into a therapeutic space. Think of your garden Plant it with the right trees as a prescription you can fill for free. Number 23. Rice bran, the fertilizer in your kitchen. When Japanese millers polished brown rice, the bran, nuka, became one of traditional farming's most powerful microbial activators. With a carbon-to-nitrogen ratio of just 5:6, it ignites soil biology rapidly. Kyushu University researchers found fermentation converts phytic acid in rice bran into water-extractable phosphate salts that deliver phosphorus more efficiently than many synthetic options. Ferment it with charcoal and organic matter for 2 to 5 weeks. Apply as a surface dressing at 3 kilograms per square meter. Think of rice bran as the fertilizer hiding in the bag of rice on your kitchen shelf all along. Number 24. Wood ash spray, the invisible pest barrier. Japanese farmers soaked wood ash in water overnight, strained it, and used the alkaline liquid, haijiru, as a foliar spray against aphids, spider mites, and fungal pathogens. Its pH of 10 to 12 denatures the protective cuticle of soft-bodied insects on contact and disrupts fungal spore germination while leaving plant tissue unharmed at the dilutions used. 1 tablespoon of ash per liter of water, settled overnight, decanted, and sprayed is the entire process. Think of haijiru as the simplest pest spray you have never heard of, sitting in your fireplace right now, asking only to be used. Number 25. Masanobu Fukuoka, the art of growing more by doing less. In 1937, a young Japanese plant pathologist named Masanobu Fukuoka described what happened on a Yokohama hillside at dawn as a sudden dissolution of everything he had assumed about farming and nature. He returned to his family's orchard in Esame Prefecture and developed Shizen Noho, natural farming, on 4 principles so radical that Japan's agricultural establishment dismissed him for years. No tillage, no chemical fertilizer, no weeding, no pesticides. His method was almost offensively simple. Rice seeds and clay balls scattered onto straw-mulched fields, white clover as a permanent nitrogen-fixing ground cover, and each season's straw returned to the field, always from a different crop to prevent disease buildup. Government officials who visited expecting failure found soil that deepened every year, a microbial community richer than neighboring farms spending 10 times more on inputs, and yields that equaled or surpassed industrial production. His 1975 book, The One Straw Revolution, has been translated into over 25 languages, and he won Asia's Nobel Prize, the Ramon Magsaysay Award, in 1988. What Fukuoka understood, and what every secret in this video points toward, is almost embarrassingly simple. Nature already knows how to grow food, and our job is to stop interrupting it. Think of his philosophy as the permission you did not know you were waiting for. To simplify everything, step back and grow something truly extraordinary by finally getting out of nature's way. If you made it to the end, hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me which secret you are trying first, Team Bokashi, Team Igamo Ducks, or Team Fukuoka's Do Nothing Method. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a video. The most radical act in modern gardening is simply remembering what ancient farmers already knew. And I would love to have you on this. Journey.share.